Hello everyone. I thought I'd decide to make a little, I guess, tutorial on how one puts together their, or goes about making their, uh, you, for a moment. Okay, here's a little, heads up on, if you're going to go into Rimatomics, there's a couple things you're going to have to understand when it comes to using this stuff. Trade caravan is leaving. Okay. You'll when you start off with trying to do some rimatomics, learning some nuclear power, because who doesn't want nuclear power? It's pretty easy to understand, but once you get the basics down, but when you notice when you go into the research menu, there's only Rimatomics here, and all it does is it gives you the research bench. So that means you're gonna have to... Hold on, I just realized something. My mouse is not showing up. God fucking damn it. Okay, capture cursor. There we go. Now you can see my cursor. If you go into the research tab, you'll notice that there's only Rimatomics is showing up. That's because it's got its own research thing going on. So if you go here, you'll find the Rimatomics research bench. Once you build that, you can click here, and you get all these new research options. You only start with, I believe, 4 of them. Wolf Trader, okay. Shit, I need to do that. You'll learn you'll have access to nuclear power, the reactor, the suit. Actually, no. Let me rephrase that. You'll start off learning portable radiation detectors, the suit, the research reactor, and the energy weapons. And what the two, specifically the research reactor and energy weapons, you will need them to, I guess, get 2 more research benches, you could say. Because without them, you won't be able to, your pawns won't be able to learn how to manage nuclear reactors without training it first and getting the knowledge of, okay, yeah, this is what we have to do. But thankfully, once one pawn learns it, everyone else learns of it. Hopefully I'm not wrong on this, and it doesn't require a certain amount of intelligence in order to work these things, because I would assume someone would try to put this in and try to think, I think I will slam this in. I don't know about that. I have one person managing the nuclear power stuff here, just in case. And the whole process of going through the research trees, it's not really a research tree, more of a research menu, and the list is you have to accomplish these specific steps in order to advance along the way, and some of them will require you to construct a automated command station, which is this, a semi-auto command station. Once you build that, the next step will unlock, which will then require you to construct a target acquisition and communication system, which I believe means if this gets destroyed, all your defense mechanisms or defense towers, the obelisks I have here, would lose their automatic controls, and then someone would have to man the SACS, I think. Oh, my boomalopes are currently having a bit of a fun time. So once you do the construction and you go down the list, you'll then unlock a proper, and you'll be able to use them pretty frequently. Now, the thing I want to point out within this, I'll just quickly go over here. Nuclear power, it's all pretty much straightforward. You'll just research the thing, experiment with the research, which will be going through using the reactor here. You'll build the core itself, which is this thing. I only have 6 of them set up, and so far that's been giving me plenty of power. I only got one turbine, and it's generating 18,000 watts. Like, holy shit, that's a lot more than all these in 1,000 per, and that's chem fuel. Apologies for all the coughs. If I am unable to mute them post, I'm sorry for all the coughs and all that. Now, the number one thing I want to point out is energy weapons. Things like the Obelisk, and I assume the Punisher and the HEL. So far, this one has been the most weird one to get the weapons data. So you basically have to research the Hell High Energy Laser, which is an anti-air turret which will stop all mortar attacks from landing on your base. I think they only shoot down one at a time. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I assume it will happen. It might need time to recharge in between mortar shots, so you'll get less mortar shells bombing down on your little village. And for weapons, you have to research the Hell, which is all done here. You need 7 intellect in order to properly research. Otherwise, I think your pawns won't be able to research it at all. And then afterwards, you would have to experiment with energy weapons. This is dangerous, but necessary. And if your pawns don't have the required intelligence, sometimes while working the weapons research bench, arcs of lightning will shoot from this bench, and there's a good chance that one of your pawns would be hit by this. I've had it happen a couple times where lightning shoots out, but it chooses a random spot to zap, and if it happens to land on your pawn, I think it will hurt quite a bit on your pawn, and they will be out of commission for quite a while or be killed. I've not had this happen, but I have had the arcs of lightning. And then you follow up by constructing the prototype Hell, which I've managed to get 2 built. If you only build 1, then you'll be locked out from building another until you've properly gone through the construction of the gathering of weapons data, actually. And what you have to do, according to this, I've yet to do this, test fire the Hell on artillery targets to gather weapons data. You can use the weapons console to change its target acquisition to include friendly shells. Excuse me. So, just to demonstrate, what I have here is a singular mortar. I have some shells stashed here in the throne room because it's a lot closer and someone will be able to just quickly come over here, grab it, put it back in, be outside this internal range because the mortar cannot shoot within this. Unlike these, which are all in the area, so fuck my life. So to demonstrate, I'm gonna have May man the SACS, which is the weapons control, and I'm gonna have Jane, my best shooter. They're all max levels. I did kinda cheat a bit in order to have a bit of an advantage in the beginning using prepare carefully mod. Shut up. She is going to make use of the mortar. I'm gonna have May shut off the turn on include enemy shells. She is now on it. Hopefully you are okay to be on it for a while. Hold fire. Set camo. Ooh! You can set the whatchamacallit, the camo of it. That's cool. Okay, so what do we got here? Hold fire. No. No, you're on it, right? Ah, here we go. Target enemy shells. Target all shells. Tracking. What the fuck? Okay, this is new to me. This is something I'll have to figure out on my own. Jane is not there yet. I'm gonna have it set force target. No. It must have a specific target, unfortunately. Or someone must be on it first. Set force target, there we go. We'll fire it there. Make sure it's set to target all shells. Fire it. And there we go. Can fire in 10 seconds, so yes, it does have a time limit, rather a cooldown between shots. Good to know. And with that done, that gets you 10 points. So you have to do this 5 times in order to fully do this research portion. And once that's done, all hell turrets will automatically go from prototype to a regular steel hell. So yeah, that's the whole idea about Rimatomics research when it comes to its weapons. Another thing you can do if you're trying to research the obelisk, you can tell it to, I want to shoot that rock. And it will do that and it will get you points. I assume it will go for every other... I'm doing a lot of assumptions. God damn me. For the Punisher, this one I have yet to get it because I don't have all the silver. This is why I have the people coming into the village to trade with it, so I can do some more research with the Rimatomics shit. And fingers crossed this doesn't melt down in between then and now. So yeah, that's pretty much Rimatomics when it comes to researching stuff. The bare minimum. Hopefully this will be very informative to you all. Have a good one. I'll catch you next video, whenever the fuck that will be. See ya. Okay, just a quick little update. Looks like you can set the oh, for fuck's sake, it's in red. Hold on. Okay. And gift. I still can't give you any small piece. How dare you not give me? Allow me to give you any gifts. You don't even have any components. You don't have any big amount of components itself. What the hell? You don't have any big amount of steel. I get more. I'm going to have to do. Okay. Now, what I try to say is that you can, even though you have a character not set there, sitting there, you can still set these shells up in order to make sure that these hells will fire on their own. You just, if you want to set them up so that they shoot it manually, if you want to manually aim the turrets, you'd have to have someone sitting at the console. So yeah, just a little clarification. Speaking of advanced components, Gaston for 23 days, several blood of fighting course. Of course you got blood rot. So let's take a look while Jane cleans out the weapon. And it works. Alright. Okay, just to show off that this is the last bit of shells to fire. She's just going to clean it out, do all the whole mortar maintenance that needs to be done, because they tend to take a while. You gotta clean them out after firing it, so yeah, and you gotta cool it down, and then after that's done, you fire that thing. Goes along. And that should have been that. 50 out of 50. One more time for the hell of it. Just in case. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down she blows. And that should have been it. I think someone needs to... You can stop that. And there we go. You are no longer limited to building one hell, and existing prototypes are now combat ready. And there we go. That's no longer a prototype. That's no longer a prototype. If you want to build more than one when you start off, just make sure you have multiple set up before you allow your pawns to fully build them. That's how you go about researching stuff. And yeah. Once again, that'll be all. God damn it. I keep coming back.